Wind energy is already a major part of the UK's power mix, but some of the biggest opportunities may now come from making existing turbines work harder. Today, we're looking at European green transition's first half momentum, its wind energy services business, and the potential repowering opportunity now emerging across its customer base. I'm joined today by Cathal Friel, Executive Chairman of European Green Transition. Cathal, welcome to the watch list.
Good to meet you, Ricky. Thank you very much for having me on.
Thank you for being with us. So tell us, with wind energy services revenue expected to reach £17 million, maybe up to £18 million this year, how confident are you in sustaining the strong momentum seen in the first half? And what are the key drivers of growth for the remainder of 2026?
Yeah, Ricky, look, we're very happy and hopefully we're going to be under-promising, over-delivering on that 17 to 18 million for this year. And the reason being is that we've taken over a business. We got it at a very reasonable price, but we have over 900 customers, 900 turbines we service, maintain and look after. The most of them have been on the books for 10 years. The crazy suicidal Conservatives banned onshore wind turbine planning permissions last 10 years, which meant you couldn't repower, you couldn't upgrade. One good thing our hard left Labour government did do, they overturned that. So of our 900 current turbines, over a third of them are desperate to repower. We have signed substantial contracts with a good number of them. So we're just working our way through that. So I think we're more than confident of achieving that 70 to 18 million for this year. And the figure I keep pointing out to, I think we will get to a near-term figure of 50 million, which is supposed to be 2 years away. I think we'll hit that a lot sooner. Hopefully, if I've got my way, we'll hit the 50 million revenue by the end of next year.
And repowering is becoming a bigger theme across wind markets as older turbines are approaching the end of their life and operators look to increase output from existing sites rather than starting from scratch. EGT has highlighted a potential £126 million repowering revenue opportunity. What are the key milestones investors should watch over the next 12 months as you look to convert that pipeline into revenue?
Yeah, look, we'll do at least every half-year update. That's what we've done just now, giving people confidence we're well under the way. So the key milestones will we update them with a new contract signed. That 126 million pounds opportunities in front of us, that's just basically 1/3 of our existing customers are desperate for an upgrade, are repowering, because the kit's about 10, 12 years old. It's overdue. So as we increase that backlog of signed orders, we'll be updating the market on a fairly regular basis. So I think, yeah, we will be keeping the market pretty well abreast of what we're doing. And to say it's a pretty cool opportunity to have 126 million qualified prospects within our own customer base. We're not even looking at new customers for this repowering opportunity.
Fantastic news. And stepping back slightly, Cathal, the wind energy services acquisition has clearly changed the profile of the group. How has the business performed since completion, and what opportunities does it create for EGT over the medium term?
Yeah, look, it's one of all my life. This is my 5th IPO. I'm always usually the largest shareholder. I'm always trying to go for executive chairman. Sometimes I avoid having a CEO. A lot of the time the CEO is just an expensive piece of furniture to have around. And everything we usually done, we've picked up distressed assets and utterly transformed them. We're doing the same with Wind Services Group. We got very lucky sometimes. As Margaret Thatcher said, the harder you work, the luckier you get. But I think we've been very lucky with European Green, the transition into revenue generating assets, profitable assets, and the change in government that the Conservatives now are realising the error of the way. It was almost an act of self-harm. The rest of Europe now is getting 30% of its electricity energy from wind and solar. Ireland got 30% in the first half of this year from free energy. So the UK needs to catch up and catch up very fast because the average turbine does last 20 years. It pays back in the first 3 or 4 years. If you think the amount of oil and gas countries are saving by not importing it. So really what we're doing, we're facilitating the UK government sorting out its balance of payments. We have 1,000 turbines that we're maintaining. We operate and run them on behalf of owners. It's a good place. And I think going forward, we want to be more than one trick. One trick is wind turbines. We've guided the market that we will, and we have got extra cash in our balance sheet we don't need. We will do small bolt-on opportunities. And the two other huge areas is as the UK and in Ireland, as more renewables come onto the grids need to be rebuilt. So at the moment, the biggest rollout in the world at the moment, capex, is AI data centers. The second biggest is the national grids, the electricity grids all over the world are being rebuilt. So in the UK, it's the second biggest infrastructure spend over the next 5-7 years. And we want a piece of that. So we're really electrical engineers. So you'll see small bolt-ons where European Green will be involved in this massive build-out of the national grid. And that's basically, we will be supplying electrical engineers. The same in Ireland. Ireland was paying roughly less than a billion a month building its national grid. They're now increasing that fivefold over the next 5 years. The third area, I'd say that's what we've talked about, the biggest growth in the world at the moment is AI data centers. I think you'll see us looking at getting into that. Ireland's actually one of the world leaders in the building of data center engineering because we had the multinationals here, the Facebook, the Googles for 20 years. They're bringing that expertise across Europe. So I think European Green, within 12 months, you'll see us really strong performance in the repowering the UK and Ireland onshore turbines. You'll see us in the rebuilding of the national grids, which is a fantastic area. And you'll see us hopefully involved in a piece of the engineering of the build out of the data centers. That's three enormous growth opportunities, enormous profit opportunities, and that's where you'll see us over the coming 12 or 18 months.
So this is a company building momentum in a practical part of the energy transition, helping existing wind infrastructure deliver more value while creating a clearer revenue growth pathway for the business. Thank you so much for your time today, Cathal.
Thank you, Ricky. Delighted to be in touch.
Once again, that is Cathal Friel, CEO of European Green Transition. For more information on the company and its wind energy services business, visit europeangreentransition.com. That's all for this episode of The Watch List. I'm Ricky Lee. Make good choices today.